well, I was trying to understand it too. I think people, especially on the Shader, I'm about to ask you, they trying to figure out what's your ideal like relationship situation or whatever it is. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I watched a 40-minute video one time you talking about. I'm like, this nigga either got a little pimp in his game or like he's a smooth talker. But I'm like, I can see why people fall for maybe the BS you be selling at times.
Bro, I don't be selling no BS.
And
I keep it real. I put everything on the table and I say, you ain't gonna walk away with some of it. You gotta accept all of it. And if you accept all of it, that's on you.
So, and I hate to bring your mom into this, but I'll tell you, anytime something goes even public with me and say a woman, I never want to have that conversation with my mom, right? Because like, I look at my mom. My mom is like Superwoman, just like I can imagine your mom is Superwoman, right? And something like, it's hard to explain to your mom how you're dealing with other women because you don't view your mom as other women. I'm wondering, where do you get, because people like, I've seen them have these conversations about you to be like, well, some people say, well, he's just young. Some people say he's manipulative. What's your
or narcissist?
Yeah.
Fucking hate that word. Bitch, that word.
So you can. I wish we could get
2023.
Turn out the mic on. I want to hear what you guys say.
Just come over and talk.
Or you can come over here.
Narcissist.
And listen, let me tell you this. I remember one time I was having a conversation with my mom, and it was one of those odd conversations. My mom, a girl I'm dealing with, and my mom looked at me and she said, "Son, you dead wrong." And I'm looking at her like, "Mom, you're on my team." But she was basically looking at you like, you gotta understand, as a woman, and you know how much I've done and what I've been through with your father. Like, this is why I think like that. I'm not gonna lie, like it was a humbling experience because I don't treat women like how I would have wished someone treated my mom. Like, I feel like I'm going through learning that. So it's like, and also I don't feel like every woman deserves to be treated like my mom. My mom is like queen. So again, when she said that, and she was a little disappointed in me, like, well, why would you do that? And I don't know, man. I'm a mama's boy though. So.
I'm saying on the same. I feel like when ain't nobody's really justified as wrong or right. You both got wrongs and you both got some rights. The same way I can say, how could you do that? I could look at the partner and be like, how could you keep allowing it? So who really wrong? So,
Okay, we gonna get you a mic right there, man.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna be honest, this is a real thing though. That's a real thing in the sense of, as you talk about your daughter, I'm pretty sure how you probably, I'm pretty sure you're trying to model yourself as a man that your daughter could use you as a representation of the type of man or the status or the symbol of treatment that she deserves. But it's the same thing in reverse with your mom as well. You know what I mean? So I know you want to
feel like this. We've always been open to talk about any and everything, no matter what it is, from sex, drugs, alcohol, you name it. I've always had an open relationship with my kids. And I'd rather you come to talk to me about certain things than you talk about to anybody else, because I'm going to give you that honest answer. And I'm going to tell you the truth regardless whether you're right or wrong, right? But one thing I always told them, though, when you're dealing with females, because remember, I am a female.
Yeah.
You got to be honest with people. And when you're not honest with them, it could cost you your life. And I always tell them it's a thin line between love and hate. So once you put everything out on the forefront and you let them know from day one, whether it's right or wrong, I may not even agree with what you're doing. A lot of stuff I don't agree with what you're doing, but I also stay out of your personal business. I stay out of there for a reason, unless I have to step in if it's something that's going to be detrimental to you or that other person. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if you telling them exactly what you're expecting and what you're looking for in your relationship, and you turn around and agree to that when you know that that's not what you want, but you agree to it anyway, then that falls on you, not him. Now, will I tell you, and the only time I say something is when you ask me a question. So I'm going to tell you, hell no, I ain't going to do it. I couldn't be with you because I've been to hurt you. That's how I feel about it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, some women aren't like that, but you do have some that are like that.
Yeah.
So them the ones, like, if that's the case, then you don't need to be with them, because at the end of the day, something gonna happen to you. And you're like, no, ain't nothing happen. I'm fine. No, because they catch you at your weakest moment, or when you're not actually focusing on that. That's when they hit you. Like, women real smart like that. You know what I mean?
Hey, what a lot of people didn't know, I remember when you were going through all that publicly, I kind of had something like that. And I complimented you in the sense of you telling the truth. And I tried to tell the girl I was with, I'm like, well, I'm telling you the truth. She was like, well, we've been together for 9 months. You tell me the truth now. I ain't start off with the truth. I started off with the BS. So it was like, all right, I'm gonna try to be this person that I believe you want. And then after like a few months, 9 months, I was like, I can't be that person. This kind of who I am. I'm gonna give you the choice whether you can stay or not. And she was just like, yo, I'm already in love with you. Like, this is unfair. And
right, so that person should have been given the option up front to want to make
So I was
choice
wrong.
whether or not they wanted to do that versus being tricked into that choice. And now you feeling like you can't leave or you got to stay because now you done got all deep into these feelings. When if you given that option the first go around, then it's like, okay, well, if I did that, that's on me because I made that decision to stay with you and endure whatever the case may be that I know in my heart that I didn't want to do in the first place. You see what I'm saying?
do you judge him? I think most women, their ideal relationship is a monogamous one.
Right. The thing is that women, not speaking for myself, but women feel like, oh, that's what you want. Oh, I can change him.
That's
if you're
right.
older, oh, he's young. I can tame him into what I want him to be. But then when it doesn't come off that way, and then it doesn't work in your favor, oh, now you the worst thing known to mankind. And it's not fair to that person. And that's why I always try to tell women, like, you got to be honest with yourself as well. You want a man to be honest with you, but you got to be honest with yourself as well, because a lot of times we put our own selves into different predicaments that we shouldn't, and then we want to blame the other person for it. And then you want everybody else to jump and co-sign on it. My thing is, I'm going to tell you that you're wrong. And I'm going to tell you from a woman's point of view, you're wrong for some of the stuff you did, but at the same time, you was right because you told them in the beginning, and that was their choice whether or not they wanted to put up with what you had going on or what they was willing to accept as a woman. Real women does not want a man like that. A real woman, excuse my French, a real woman don't want to share a penis.
It's real women that does that though.
But they do it to satisfy that person.
No, some women do it to build towards an empire though.
But I said though, I don't want to. I'm not finna share.
I know, but you speak.
For certain men, I feel like some women would. Like,
everything she said was.
Some of them will, but a lot of them does not want to. They don't want that. Like, this is gonna be my main man. I don't want to share my main man. With
Look, hold up. Everything you said was truthful, but the part about real women don't want to share because you go to Africa, these things are normalized. It's only in America where it's preached to be monogamous.
But it's the difference between accepting and doing it, whether or not you want to do it.
People want to do it. It's women that want to do it. That's what I'm saying. Even in America,
No, they want to do it.
I do. That's what I'm saying.
But the ones that you felt that did really didn't want to do it.
Man, them bitch, I ain't never felt that shit from them. That's why I never went forward with it.
Well, here's the thing I think about the position you're in.